Hi, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. I am going to start prepping my journal. Today is the 2nd, so I want to do my first 2 days, or at least get them started. And I've been spending the day getting cleaned up in my craft room, kind of all the bins and baskets and things of papers and, all the goodies that we collect from, for our journals and stuff. Getting that kind of straightened out, mainly getting the Christmas stuff out and put back up where it goes. I'm so frustrated with myself. I went to go put back up some of the Christmas crafty stuff, and there's 2 whole boxes of Christmas stuff that I didn't know was Christmas in those boxes. And yeah, so I knew I had more paper. I knew that was not the only 2 pads of paper I had for Christmas, but anyway, there in one of the boxes there's like 3 Christmas pads of paper and umpteen stickers and I don't even know what. I didn't even pull it down. I don't want to look. So I've printed off a few things. Let's see. This is just a little calendar print off. I drew one for last July, but it was not easy to draw one. I'll just say that. And you can print one up. They're free. You can find free printables. Yeah, you can find them, but can you say them? So I thought I would do that and kind of get... I'm feeling the need to get started because I know that I'm not going to be able to journal tomorrow. I got to work the clinic all day tomorrow, and I have a doctor's appointment, and so I knew that I wouldn't have much time to journal tomorrow. Also, I wanted to show you this. Now, I printed this, and I don't know if there's anything wrong with printing it. Obviously, it's money, and I'm not planning on... Here, I can be cutting it while I'm telling you. And also, this is Junk Journal January. Again, I'd like to do it. I haven't decided 100% if I'm going to do it. I don't know where it's going to go. I also zeroed it in, like eliminating the art around it, so I didn't have to print that again. And I blew it up because, A, I can barely read that, and I want to be able to cut out the days, like the prompts for the days. I still have not figured out if I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, and I know that it's like past time to know the answer to those questions, but it just is what it is. So I don't see myself making a separate journal for it, so it might just be either I go back and I reuse what I started last year and didn't finish, although I did like the first 4 days, so I don't know. I'm not giving it a whole lot of thought, I guess. Anyway, this is money that I saved the picture and then I printed it. It's French money. What would that be? A franc? Is that right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't really matter. That's not the point. The point is, my brother sent me the picture. It was at an auction, and it's just, well, not recently, but it sold for a lot of money. It's signed, it's from the 9th of June, 1944, right after the D-Day invasion. Wait, is that right? Yeah. Anyway, it's signed by the 101st Airborne. And my dad was one of them. And there's my dad's signature. And I just thought that was a really cool piece of history. My brother sent that to me yesterday. And so I thought I would cut it out. My dad was in World War II. Yes, he was considerably older when I was born. I'm the youngest of 8. And was kind of the afterthought. And so, whereas most people my age, their grandfather might have been in World War II, but not their dad. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, he was a paratrooper in the 101st Airborne, and he jumped on D-Day in World War II. And he fought in Bastogne and all of the things. If you watch Band of Brothers, you'll get an idea of what they did. But anyway, I thought that was neat. I thought it was really awesome to see all the signatures. I mean, I don't know any of the people. My dad passed away before it really became a thing where, like, they got all the World War II vets together and had another jump over in France or anything like that. And so, I mean, because if my dad had still been alive, he would have certainly done it. But he was a little older when he enlisted. He had already finished college, so he was one of the older ones. So he was not, you know, he's been gone a while. Anyhow, but I just thought that was so cool to have. I've got a lot of his stuff. You know, his World War II. I knew I was going to have to add glue to that, but anyway, I've got a lot of his stuff and his letters to home and all that, and which is pretty cool. And it kind of gives you a really good time frame of the war. And he's mentioned in a couple of history books. Well, they're books. I don't know if they're history books, but anyway, they would be history books because they're about history, right? Anyway, he's mentioned in a couple of them pertaining to, like, Bastogne and mainly that one. But anyhow, thought that was just an interesting little tidbit of history, and I wanted it in my journal. So I printed those off. I printed a few other things. These are just videos I made over the last few days. And then, of course, let me put those up there. And yeah, I guess I made those too big. I could cut the top off. It's Meg Journals that puts it on. And I always like to try to leave her on there. But again, I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to do this. So do I really want to glue it on the front cover? Or not the front cover, but my cover page of my journal. You know what I mean? Let's see if they fit. Yeah, I don't necessarily like it, but we're going to tuck this in here for right now. And then I'm going to straighten that up a little bit more. And then I'll probably glue it onto that front page just so I have a calendar handy. And then this is day one. So I could just tuck those in there. One is the front and one is the back. This was said to have belonged, and it's also signed by General McAuliffe. And it is, I think it was owned by General McAuliffe's personal physician, who also signed it, I think. Anyway, this was, I only got one of the tags off the 3 bikes that we gave the kids. I believe I talked about that in the last video. And I'm going to, well, I had it handy. Here we go. I've got this paper. It's like, is this like first grade paper? Well, good job. Okay. I thought I was doing so well. Oh, look, okay, I can flip that over and use that too. I thought I was doing so well tearing that out. But it says the same thing on the back and the front. So I thought I would line the back, or one of the sides, and yeah, that'll work. With this paper, and then that'll make for a cool journaling spot, and it looks kind of kid related, right? So I'll do that, And this was, I'm just going to set this to the side, although this pertained to today. Let's see. The other was just a picture I don't know if I printed it or not. It was back from Thanksgiving. All right. So, actually that doesn't go in here. That goes in here. So I worked in the garden a little bit today. And, oh, I want to get my numbers cut out. I'm not going to cut out the whole thing, the whole month. I am going to prep maybe like my first week. I do like doing that. And what else? I need glue and I need... Yes, glue. Glue is a great place to start. And get this on here. But yeah, we're supposed to, if you didn't hear me tell that story already, we had gotten some bikes for my friend's foster kids and her daughter too. And we were supposed to give them the bikes on Christmas, obviously, because they were Christmas presents. But they were sick, so we had to wait. And so we finally were able to arrange it for was it yesterday? New Year's Day, yeah. You know, we could have gotten it done sooner, but we wanted it to be, I wanted my husband to be home for a couple different reasons. One, because he wanted to be here when they got him. And, two, he needed to help her take them back to her house. And three, he wanted to see the look on their face when they got him. So, we knew we, need to do it on a weekend or a holiday or something like that when he was home. So, I have these little random tags that I found. Okay. So, I'll let that dry before I try to write on it, because that paper was pretty thin. So, hold on. We're having technical difficulties over here. I'm not sure why that does that randomly every once in a while, but it does. I'm gonna cut out got that one snowflake really close to the New Year's Day. I was trying to put as many things on this page as I could. There's no point in having blank space, right? I did clean out one basket. I set up a table, like a folding table in the hallway, and I just emptied stuff out of this room, and I was able to vacuum, and I emptied some of these baskets, so I'm back to having my current journal in its own basket again, which really helps me, because then I'm not just throwing stuff on my desk. Like when I have stuff that I know is going to go in my journal, I try not to just, because it'll all end up on my desk, and then it ends up getting shuffled somewhere when I need to, clear space to work. And, because if you don't get to it right away, right? Sometimes it takes a couple days to get to a place where you can journal that day, or it does me anyway. It takes me that long sometimes. So, building up a little pile of trash over here. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, so that's gonna go somewhere on here. And still not real fond of these red snowflakes, but we're going to cover that. I was thinking I was going to journal on the back side of these, which I may still. Depends on how much I have, to put on here. If not, I'm just going to glue them down to that page right there. And then that, and cut off when I make these printables, I am so afraid after that one time that I forgot a number. Yeah, I forgot an entire number. And ever since then, I'm so paranoid I'm going to leave off a number again. What was I doing? Yeah, just cutting. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to get out the days of the week, too. So, the first was on a Monday, right? Got my calendar right here. Yep, first was on a Monday. I'm going to be glad to have, or already am glad to have, a calendar back on my desk. I don't always like to, it's not always the best background for filming, but, you know, it gets the job done. And I don't have a new hang-up calendar for in this room right at the moment. I'm actually gonna do something. I did design these so that they're straight-ish. Don't you love straight-ish things? Yeah, because I like to cut them in strips like that, because that's a whole week. And to me, it just makes it easier. And then I put them in my front. And you technically could take a paper cutter and cut them out as well. But I'm going to take them and put them in here. I think. It should fit, unless I went too crazy with the glue. Okay, but I need one of them. Here we go. They fit good enough. Good enough. So I just need a Monday. And they're fairly square, so they're pretty easy to cut out. Or rectangle, I'm sorry. They're an easy shape to cut out, let's just say that. So if I put this up here, and I've already bent my money here. Got that, and here's day. I'm not sure. Oh, I know what yeah, the bike thing. That kind of hides all of that. That's not going to fit on that little pocket. I mean, that would fit here. And then I don't think that one is going to fit right there. No, it's too tall for that pocket. So if I put this here, then I can put, all right, stay. Let me weigh that down a little bit. Because I hate for my stuff in my pockets to cover up like the whole page. You know, a little bit of it I don't mind, but what's the point in having, you know, put something on your page if you're just going to cover it up? I mean, I know some things do get covered up anyway, but let's see. I figured I'd cut this 2 out while I was thinking, because I know I'm going to need it. And I was trying to think if there was anything else I did yesterday. Oh, football. Yeah. Yep. We watched football. Yesterday. So, let's see. I saw my football paper earlier. What are the chances I can find it again? This is Printables. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think it's in here. Oops, sorry, I bumped you. This is, oh, I know what this is. This is like stuff for journals that I haven't finished. And stuff that I was going to put into journals. I just kind of put all of it in this basket. Or stuff that I might put in, like that cute little snowman. Isn't he cute? Not sure I'm going to put all of it in there, but I was thinking that football paper was in there. And of course it's not. And I knew exactly where it was. Okay, it's not a big deal. I can just go back and add a little football here. Or I can just add a little football sticker. I wanted a little bit bigger football is what I was looking for. So I'm kind of liking this over here. This over here. I can journal on this money. And then just put it in the pocket. But I don't want it to get lost either. So I'm thinking I could back it with cardstock so that it's a little thicker. And I happen to have some right here that's pretty thick. And it's just plain white cardstock. If I back it, then I can tip it in and write on that. What do you think? Yeah, I think maybe so. And then I have this here. I think I made that. No, I actually made that on the 31st. Yep. I did not make a video yesterday. Let's see how this does. I have already made a mess on my floor. I just vacuumed. You know what I'm going to use? Pardon my reach. Use this because I'm not going to have enough journal space. I probably could write on that paper, but it may not. I don't know what that's going to end up looking like if I do. And I'd like to write about this. Okay, so let me glue the other one on, and then I'll cut them out both at the same time. And I still need, I haven't done it yet. I was really tempted because I think I have everything together to finish December. And I know that I said I still need it to do that video. I mean, I don't have to do the video. I need to finish. I still need to finish the journal. I have not finished the journal yet. Like that last week. I think I stopped at Christmas Eve. So I would like to finish journaling that, whether I make a video or not. But I figured unless it gets too far out away from December, then I might not. But I'm going to see how that looks. I can always put a piece of washi right here. Let's see how that looks together like that. And then that way I'm not trying to fold out two pieces like that, and I have a good writing surface. And this will fit up here, and if that hides a little bit, that's okay. I could always cut those stars off and put them somewhere else. Not a big deal, but yep. And then washi like that. Yep. I've got some clear tape. Oh, you know what? I bet you I'm not going to have enough clear tape. Oh, wait. Yes, I might. Oh, come on. Get it on straight a little bit. Okay. But I just thought that was really cool. He sent us that picture of that, and I thought that was really neat to see his signature, you know, on a piece of history. Wasn't sure if I wanted to... I can write on that background. It's smooth enough if I choose to. Wasn't sure if I wanted to... I mean, I can write about the bikes here. And I might use that little tab since I have it sitting out here. And football, which I can add a sticker, or if I find that paper, I can cut a football out of it. I'm going to glue this down. But anyway, I had this ready and I want it to get this month prepped. I'm trying really hard not to get behind. At least not right out of the gate, you know. I mean, there will come a point where I get behind. But if I can keep from starting off that way, that would be helpful. So I would like that very much. What I was debating on before I glue this down was if I wanted to put any kind of decoration, like any ink or something that's not just this stark white. I could use my markers. I could use my daubers. I haven't used my daubers in a long time. I have this blue. I'm really thinking I'm not going to like it with this dark blue right here or with this aqua, but it would match. Let's see what this looks like. I haven't used these in so long. Yeah, okay, so it's not blue either. Let's look and see what we have. Oh, it went through. Let's look and see what we have marker-wise. Or I could, let's see. I haven't found my January notepad yet. But what I have is the December one. And it's blue and snowy and reminds me of January. So I could cut off December. Or I could put that here. And this here. And tuck it in here. I don't really... Yeah, no, I'm thinking not. Although it does break up that white. Okay, this was not supposed to be my toughest decision of the day. I do know that. Alright, I was worried about this tag covering up if I put anything there, so I shouldn't worry about it covering up the white. So I'm just going to glue it down. Right? Quit making it harder than it needs to be. Because my goal of this video was to get my pages prepped. This is why I really struggle with putting my days and dates down ahead of time. I think that it sounds like a good idea, you know, to have them all prepped so that, you know, you can just not have to think about what day is what. But when it comes down to actually doing it, and then I'm like, do I want it here? Am I going to want to put ink on the paper first? Am I going to want to put something underneath it? So, yeah, it ends up being a point of stress. What did I say I was putting here? Oh, just the football. And, I mean, I could cut this little snowman off and kind of decorate like that if I really wanted to. It did get chilly here, but it's not snowing by any means. There, that fits better. Let's see what he looks like, just for giggles. Yeah, I kind of thought the December one of this would have like Santa Claus or something, or you know, be kind of a more traditional green and red, and then have this blue snowman like for January. But I'm not sure where the January and February one, the notepad, I apparently did not put them back where they go. Surprise, right? I know you're just shocked. Yeah, he's kind of cute there. And kind of feeling like I want some kind of ribbon there. And I talked about putting washi here. Probably something thinner would go better, but this has that same colors, has the same colors as the paperback. Oh, well, here I can put them here and then put something smaller right here. It's mugs that say stay warm. Let me hold that thought. Oh, and I found some stickers I was missing. You probably didn't know I was missing stickers though, huh? I'll just put this little strip of snowflakes with that same aqua blue just to hide that stark white right there. There. And that kind of looks like it blends in with the page. And then I can put this right here. Ooh, I don't want to cover up any of the signatures though. One guy signed it right on the edge there. Okay. There we go. On both sides. But I love history anyway. And yeah. Especially when it pertains to your, your relatives, right? And I think I like him here, and then the little football can go here. And I was thinking I want some little, except I just put away all of my, I put away all of my thread. Except for this one random piece. Looky there. Perfect. It probably is too long. I don't know. I picked it up off the floor and I just set it on the edge of the desk right here. It's just Becker's twine. And let me... do I have... No, I still don't have my pokey tool in here. So... but this will work. Let me see if I can get it in this hole. I didn't really punch the hole. I mean, it went all the way through, but... Ugh. Okay, that definitely unraveled in the paper tore. Oh, no. Come on. Okay, gotta do it again now. It's one of those times where you use the right tool for the right job, or the right tool for the job, and I'm not. I'm really struggling with it, and I really shouldn't be, but I am. So here, we're going to use a tool before I make a huge mess out of this, even more. And ay, that was not supposed to be that difficult. Okay, and it's not even really what I wanted. I wanted something with a little more frill on it. I'm hoping that she's gonna send me, I did not get pictures. I got a video of them when they first saw their bikes. And oh, here, would you look at this? After all that, this is what I was going to put on here. Some of the streamers fell off of one of the bikes. And so I was going to put them on, except I'm not going to thread them through. I'm going to staple them. I just forgot. I forgot. Let's see if I can get them kind of straight and get my stapler without. Anyway, so I'm going to ask her. I did not get like pictures of them on, they stayed here and rode the bikes for a little while in our driveway and around the property. And, they were so cute. And, one of them is 6 and one of them's 8, and then her daughter is 11. And so, anyway, they were so sweet. The little one kept saying, I love this bike. I love this bike. Well, both of the younger ones kept saying that. I love this bike. And I wish I could take it home. I'm like, oh, honey, you can. It's yours. So, for whatever reason, they thought that they couldn't. All right, how long am I going to fumble with this, you say? Well, perhaps it would have been easier to tie it. Or I guess I could just do them individually. I'm really fumbling, if you couldn't tell that. Let me see if I need to do them individually. My fingers are apparently not working that well today. Or I've already gotten all the goodie out of them that I'm going to get for the day. And I could stop at 1. I really did not want to staple them individually, but it looks like if I want them on sometime in this year, then I'm going to have to. And I could stop at 2, but I have 3. I'm glad I remembered it before I got, well, I had already gotten that little piece on there, but anyway. But that was my plan, was that right there. And so, but anyway, I would like to get a picture of them on the bike or something like that. And but I wouldn't put it in a video anyway. That's not right. They're not my kids. So, but if you can picture a picture right here with a very happy 6- and 8-year-old. And the 11-year-old was too, but probably not near as happy as the younger ones. So, I'm going to glue down this little snowman, and then I think we're going to call that day good. Until I find a football. I'm going to put the score on there. We lost, which was, you know, you never want to lose, but it was, the semifinal championship game, something like that. And we started off horribly. And then it got a little bit better, and I thought, okay, we have a chance. And you know, it was we got outplayed. It's plain and simple, right? Oh, I was going to cut off December. Duh. I cut off the bottom, but I didn't cut off the top. Anyway, now that I've made that, and I could glue it on the page if I really want to, but when I go back and journal and write about it and do all those things, then I'll glue it down if I want it to stay put right there. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. I could staple this pocket because we're having so much success with the stapler. Or I could do this right here. Run a little bead of glue. And get it all over my inside cover. Come on, that's what that's for. so that I don't glue things that I don't want to glue. And there we go. That's how easy that was. Well, you gotta let it dry first. That glue usually dries faster than that. But anyway, so that was the first. And mercy. I don't figure I'm going to get all the way through the second. Because there really is not that much to put on here for one. So I think I did garden. I picked... wasn't sure which one I wanted on here. I went and picked collards. I was going to do that for New Year's. And we were going to have collards and whatever on New Year's. And then we got to talking about it and the game was on. So we wanted wings. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, I really didn't have time after, you know, we were doing all that with the kids and visiting with them and everything. And so I was like, you know what? I can pick collards later in the week. And we have a ball game to watch. And yeah. So I picked collards this morning after it frosted. It did frost. So I may use one of my snowflakes. And because it was pretty icy this morning. Of course, I have snowflakes right here. But I have these two, so I might as well use them, right? Anyway. What else did I... Oh, I cleaned my craft room and vacuumed, and it's not done, but it's done enough. I was exhausted, so I had to stop and sit. I can't remember if I told you or not. I've stopped. You know, I've been using the quad cane, right? And I've been using that everywhere. I mean, other than I was still using the wheelchair to go to some bigger stores. And I haven't had to use a wheelchair in a while. Maybe one place back before Christmas. Or when was that? Maybe back at Thanksgiving. Anyway, I haven't had to use the wheelchair in a while. And on Christmas Day, I had been practicing. And on Christmas Day, I handed my husband, I said, you have one more present. And I handed him my cane and I started walking in the house. And so, yeah. So that was exciting. So I've been walking mostly just with nothing. So it's time to find that confetti. I don't know if y'all remember that from a long time ago. What was that I don't know, was it a year ago? Was it, I don't even remember. And maybe last summer or something like that, last spring or summer. I think it was when I was still in physical therapy, so it had to be last spring, I guess. And I said something about, you know, because I had taken a couple steps in PT without anything, but in between those parallel bars, and I had said something about it just was like, okay, well, this is happening, and, you know, it felt like there should have been some fanfare or something, and I had made mention of confetti. You know, I didn't know whether to expect, you know, like confetti to fall out of the sky or something like that. I don't know what I expected, but kind of expected some, I don't know, some bells or whistles to go off or something. I mean, it's something I've been waiting for so long and working hard for it. So anyway, I have been practicing since, I don't know, back Thanksgiving-ish or something, or actually probably before that. And like walking, holding my cane, but holding it up off the floor so that I have it if I need it. And, you know, I had already started doing a little bit like just between my two counters in the kitchen. And so some of it's just a matter of building up. well, some of it's building up strength and endurance, but also building up my confidence. And so, yeah. Took me a while, but at least for around the house. Oh, it's so nice, too. You really take for granted just folding laundry and walking across a room with a stack of towels in your hand. And when you can't do that because you're using one or both of your hands to walk, you know, or to hold on to some sort of assistive device, you know, it's really hard to carry stuff. So it's been such, you know, it was such a big deal to be able to do that. And so I was putting away laundry yesterday, and I'm like, you know, really, yeah. So that was a huge milestone. So I'm going to go back, and I'll notate that at Christmas. But anyway, I just was trying to get maybe like the first 5 days or something like that. I don't know. I'm just running my mouth and chatting and cutting out stuff. And we might stop at the first 4 days. But are any of you doing the Junk Journal January? Can any of you say Junk Journal January? That's a mouthful. Let's see if I want this kind of like that. I could put it on a cluster of some sort and put it right here. If you are you doing anything? I think the first one is always resolutions, maybe. And that one always throws me because I think it's always the first one. Resolutions. I don't set New Year's resolutions. I'm not a resolutions kind of person. I don't believe that, well, I know that it works for some people, but my thought process has always been just because the calendar flips to a new day and a new year. I mean, yeah, you can do a new start and you can do whatever, but I think most people, if it's just a New Year's resolution, most of those are broken by, what, the 20th of January, I think. And so, you know, I might set some goals or something, you know, more small. I guess it's still the same thing as a resolution. Anyway, so I always get tripped up on that, is what I'm trying to say. And for day 2 is a quote. And 3 is throwback. 4 is tuck spot. Okay, well, I think, yeah, I already have my tuck spot right here, so that would be easy enough. So I may just try to incorporate it into my journal if I can. I'm not, and I could even put my if I do have some goals or something, I can put them here. I know that it does go a long way if you write down your goals or resolutions, if you want to call them that. Let me throwing away my trash here. Sorry, sweeping off my desk so I don't get it on the floor that I just vacuumed. But yeah. So I think, as a matter of fact, I'm going to probably find a magazine image and put like a big vacuum right here or something like that. Because that was really all I did today. And then that and picking and cutting collars. So I haven't gotten this day finished as far as all my stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this down right here. Before I get stuck on that and, you know, give it too much thought. Oh, good job. Look. Very good. Yay. Nothing a little glue can't fix, huh? Ta-da. There. You almost can't tell. Well, if I line those little lines up, that might help. There. Now you almost can't tell. So, anyway. So I'm going to finish gluing this down, and then I think I'm going to call this video done. And then I'm going to, tomorrow I won't have much to put on that day because I've got a doctor's appointment and I'm working the clinic. So that will be a, not a very eventful day. So there's not a lot to journal about on those days. And, anyway, but somewhere up here I gardened. I might just let that stay in there. And my husband is trying to get a hold of me, so I think I'm going to call this one good. And we didn't get it prepped exactly, but I got the first few days cut out, and I got the first couple of days done, and that was really all I had, ready to put in there yet. So anyway, I will, oh, nope. This goes on this day right here, because I made that video this morning, and yeah, I did that this morning. So I might put that up there like that. Yeah, why not, right? All right, well, I will see you in the next video. It may be either my collage calendar or my sticker calendar, or it might be, what was the other one I was going to, finishing up December. So I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to bring you along on that one or not. If I can put it together and, make it a coherent video, then I will. If not, I'm just going to finish it myself. And, but anyway, I will bring you back very soon. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And I appreciate you being here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.